Welcome to the complete Armory guide. Quite possibly the most complex map in terms of mechanics, but with this guide, you should be able to last longer than 20 seconds.
That's what she...
Never mind. In this video, I'll cover the spawn points, loot spots, rotation routes, bunker entrances, extracts, covert, and bot mechanics, all of which are timestamped for quick access. Firstly, here are the base mechanics for Armory. Armory is split into two main sections, bunker and outdoor. Players spawn outside and have the option to rush the bunker if they wanted to. Inside the bunker are 4 free safes, 3 locked safes, and a weapons room that can often spawn expensive weapons and attachments. This is why you want to rush bunker. Anyway, there are 3 entrances to the bunker, all of which have locked doors. Here are the entrances on the map. To enter, you need to flip each door's designated switch. This is hole in the wall, because there's a hole in this wall. This is mid, short for middle. And this is tank, because there's a tank right behind this door. This is the switch for hole entrance. It has a 1 minute and 40-second timer before this door opens. In mid is this room to the right. In this room is the switch for mid entrance. It also has a 1 minute and 40-second timer. And this box is the switch for tank entrance. This one only has a 1 minute timer. Although tank has a shorter timer than the other 2 doors, this entrance is very open and players wanting to get inside are very vulnerable from attacks in various angles. Activating any of the switches triggers an alarm that can be heard anywhere in the map. When you pop this switch, it takes 1 minute and 40 seconds. Yup, welcome to hell. Once a door opens, its alarm will stop, and pulling a switch on a different door will trigger an alarm all over again. You can literally have 3 different alarms all going off at the same time, not in sync. Before I cover spawns, POIs, and everything else, I'll cover the extracts. Extraction in Armory is different than all of the maps, and it's the one thing that will make every player go MIA if they don't learn the mechanics. There are 3 ways to extract from Armory. First is through these no backpack extracts, self-explanatory. Only one will be available per match and will always be on the opposite side of your spawn. I didn't actually get to test this in the test server, but in the mobile version, the no backpack extract only has 4 uses, and that is shared between all the players in the match, so maybe bear that in mind. Second extract is in the bunker in the basement canal. On this corner where the steps go down is the canal, aka canal extract. To activate the extract, you must pull this switch up in the control room. You will need a minimum of 3 minutes available raid time to complete the extract, and you need to be inside the extract before its final 10 seconds. This extract can only be activated once, and flipping the switch will trigger an alarm that the entire map can hear, as well as through this alert panel that everyone in the match will get. Lastly, activating this extract will also spawn new bots in the basement. And third are these external extracts, mine and radar station. To activate these extracts, you need to go into the mid room at the entrance right here, and to this room on the left is the switch on the back wall. Pulling this switch will activate both extracts at the same time. Radar station extract requires a minimum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds available raid time and is single use only. You also need to be inside the extract before its final 10 or 20 seconds. Apologies guys, I forgot to check it, but it's one of those 2. Mine, however, requires a minimum of 5 minutes available raid time but is unlimited use. For mine, you need to be inside the extract before its final 20 seconds. Activating these extracts will trigger an alarm, this alert box, and also spawns bots inside radar station and mine. But these bots only spawn once per game. Next up, spawns. Here are all the spawn points in Armory. Some of these spawn points have spawn peaks, which can help you kill all the players that spawn near you, or it can help you survive longer than 10 seconds. This is Spawn Hill, one of the 2 best spawns in Armory for bunker demons. You can jump down this ledge and rush to the hole in the wall entrance in approximately 17 seconds, providing you don't pop any painkillers or stims. You can also look over towards Sniper Hill at Radar Station for players taking position up there. There's a spawn in radar station, so sometimes players will run up here to snipe your spawn or the bunker entrances. Then you can also go down the hill to the right to spawn peek people that spawn here, the hospital spawn. People that spawn here will most likely run towards you to get into the bunker fast, or they might hit hospital first, as there's a bunch of loot spawns in there including drawers, jackets, and med boxes. This is tank spawn, the closest spawn in the map to bunker. From this tank spawn, you can also run up this hill and wait for the players rushing the tank entrance from this spawn. They'll be taking this route. Speaking of this spawn, this is tunnel spawn. It's called tunnel spawn because just up this hill is an outpost with the only tunnel in the map. Before I cover the tunnel, you can take this path to head towards tank entrance. Anyway, back to the tunnel. This tunnel will lead you directly to repair facility right here. This tunnel is the best looting spot for broke man runs. Juiced up chads don't really tend to go down here as they just want to rush bunker all the time. But this place has a shit ton of boxes, gear, attachments, and whatnot. Fantastic place to loot around if you're scared. While we're already here, this is the repair spawn. I just call it repair spawn for faster comms. There's a ton of loot spots in this building. Advanced weapon crate here, up on the first floor here. There's even a platform out here with an airdrop on a few boxes. Banger POI indeed. The other closest spawn to this is actually relatively far, which is radar station. Look, I can't remember the floor you spawn in, but yeah, there should be a spawn in here somewhere. There's plenty of loot in radar station and it's a great place to hold, and it's literally in the middle of the map, has plenty of routes for rotations, and has a couple of sniping high ground. Be careful though, this area is highly visible to this tower, the sniping tower in mine. I promise you guys, you will get clapped at some point by someone ratting in this tower. Last but not the least, gas station spawns. There are 2 spawns in this area. One here, right behind this wall, and one here, right next to this rock overlooking the station. Incredibly toxic spawns as it only takes 5 seconds to spot the enemy team if they spawn on the other side. And trust me, you'll always meet them if they spawn because there's a free safe up in this room of the station. Right, that's it for spawns. Speaking of safes out here though, there's one last safe, but it's locked in this little room called Sluice, aka Sluice. The key for this room is expensive as hell and is single use only. Some say this is a great room for expensive items, but my luck is ass, so I can't speak much on it. Try it and let me know. Before we cover the POIs, let's cover the bots first. Sooner rather than later, you'll get to realize that bots run the armory, so learn their mechanics so you'll get slapped less. Inside the bunker, once you've cleared the bots at the start of the match, they will respawn towards the end of the raid. I don't have data to provide you regarding specific time frames yet, but just know this is the base mechanic for bunker bots. Elite Roamers. These are a bunch of bots that sometimes spawn in the external part of Armory. They normally come in groups of 5 or 6 and has a ridiculously far aggro and detection range. They will hound you like a hawk and won't leave you alone until you get like 250 meters away from them. They're annoying as hell. They're also very dangerous if they end up trapping you. Boss and Boss Squad. The boss in Armory is a dude called Renoir. Him and his elite minions, similar to the elite roamers, only spawn inside the bunker. It's a chance-based spawn, so you won't see them all the time. Fairly low chance too. Not too low, but I'd say mid. He wears T5 gear and is tanky as hell. Renoir isn't really too difficult to fight, as with any bosses, but his boyfriends are the most problematic as they come in numbers, deal high damage, and hardly miss. Right then, points of interest. Let's cover the bunker first. The layout of the bunker is exactly the same as it has been in Season 0. However, some of the safes are in different places. In total, there are 7 safes inside the bunker, 4 free safes and 3 in locked rooms. Later in the video, I'll do an in-game live walkthrough for the whole bunker, but for quick referencing, here are the free safe locations. One in this room right next to the connector room, one back here southeast of the bunker, one on top of this platform in the middle of bunker, and the last one is down in the basement in this little office room. Here are the locked safe rooms. One in here called the first floor lounge, one up here called the second floor lounge, literally right on top of the first floor lounge, and one in here called command. Pro tip! Be very careful when opening this room. There are 2 locked doors for this room, both leading into the exact same room. One needs a blue key card and the other needs a red key card. Always make sure both doors are still locked before opening any of them. If someone's already opened one of the doors, you'd have just wasted a key use. Rightio, up here in the control room is the best locked room in the entire game. This is the weapons room. Up on that wall can potentially spawn up to 4 fully kitted weapons. Then it also has these boxes down here that can spawn a TI module or even thermals. The reason why I said this is the best key in the game is because you can actually see what you're gonna get before you use your key. One of the other best bang for buck keys in the game also happens to be in this very same map. The equipment storage key. This is a very cheap key with like 25 uses if I remember correctly. You can get T5 quite often in here and T6 sometimes. So yeah, it's a very good key to have. Next is my full layout walkthrough guide for bunker. Skip to the next timestamp if you don't want to watch this section. Right. So we're going from tank side. Open it. And you've got a tank. Right, you got a tank side over here. You got this little room over here. And then you've got another connector over here. Connector room. Right there. Few stuff. And then you go into here, which is where the safe used to be, but no longer is. And then you've got the ammo room here. Or the grenade room, whatever you guys want to call it. This is the locked key room. Equipment storage key. And you're in South Hall. So this is the South Hall right here. Yeah. Some people call this Long Hall. But in mobile, we call it South Hall. And it connects you to the other side of the map. This is where the extract used to be. Which is no longer here. No longer an extract. You go in. Mid is on your right hand side. There's a room here. Obviously that you guys already know. And then you go here. Which is the mini room on the right hand side. Mini room on the right. And then you've got a connector room over here. That takes you to what we call the U-Haul. This is the U-Haul. Right here, because it's a U. The U-Haul, right there. So this is where I was. I was here. And then this is the U-Haul right here. Yeah, U-Haul. And on the left-hand side should be the safe. Yep, safe is in here. And a few looting spots. Over here. And then you got the archives, which is here. There should be a box back here, I think. Yeah, they're here. Document box. Ooh, floor spawn. Lovely. Surface spawn over there. And then if you go around, you've got the cafeteria or lounge. It's called a lounge or the cafe. Well, we call it lounge, which is different on PC. There's one there. This is the lounge key room right here. Private lounge key, first floor. So you go inside. You run straight for the connector on the left. Second door on the left. You run through. You turn right. Safe room. Boom. Like that. And then the middle. So someone activated the canal extract, which is over there. So we go upstairs. We go to the control panel. And then the canal extract is here. Right here. Which is for the canal downstairs. 3 minutes. You need 3 minutes to use that canal, and it's one-time use only. And up here, it's control panel. This is the weapons room. There's normally weapons over there. There's normally weapons over here. This is the weapon storage key card. There's a few weapons on that wall sometimes. You can get up to 4. There's a couple of boxes there, and a surface spawn over here. Right, okay. It's time to exfil, chat. Let's get out of here. Because my teammate popped the extract. Right, so when you pop it, the best thing to do is head for these stairs on the left-hand side. Jump down here. All the way down here. But be careful, there might be some bots there. And some bots there. Or there. Yeah? And then you want to just go to the left. And then extract is over there. Right, heading back outside, other POIs are staging area, which has a guaranteed airdrop here, plus a couple of boxes in the general area. Then we have shooting range. This place has a few loot boxes that contains weapons related loot. And last but not the least, Covert. In short, there's no Covert ever in Armory, not even in its lockdown version. It will be the same for TV Station as well. These two maps are the only two maps in the game that has no mode that accommodates Covert. Alright then, I think I've covered everything. I hope it helped. I'll be dropping more guides in the future, so make sure you've subbed. Peace!